p.m., 2300 UTC. The center of Hurricane Earl is located near latitude 19.4 north, longitude 65.1 west. Earl is moving toward the west-northwest near 15 miles an hour. This general motion is expected to continue tonight, followed by a turn toward the northwest on Tuesday. On the forecast track, the center of Earl will move away from the Virgin Islands tonight and pass east of the Turks and Caicos Islands on Tuesday night and Wednesday. Maximum sustained winds are near 135 miles an hour, with higher gusts. Earl is a Category 4 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. Some additional strengthening is forecast during the next day or so. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 70 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 200 miles. The minimum central pressure estimated from NOAA Hurricane Hunter observations is 939 millibars, 27.73 inches. Moving toward the west-northwest near 14 miles an hour. This general motion is expected to continue tonight, followed by a turn toward the northwest on Tuesday. On the forecast track, the center of Earl will move away from the Virgin Islands tonight and pass east of the Turks and Caicos Islands on Tuesday night and Wednesday. Maximum sustained winds are near 135 miles an hour, with higher gusts. Earl is a Category 4 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. Some additional strengthening is forecast during the next day or so. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 70 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 200 miles. St. Thomas recently reported a wind gust to 58 miles an hour. The minimum central pressure reported by an Air Force Reserve Unit Hurricane Hunter aircraft is 938 millibars, 27.70 inches. Tropical cyclone advisory at 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The eye of Hurricane Earl is located near latitude 25.7 north, longitude 72.7 west. This is about 275 miles east of the Battle Island in the Bahamas, and about 680 miles south-southeast of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. Earl is moving toward the northwest near 17 miles per hour, and this motion is expected to continue today with a gradual turn to the north on Thursday. On the forecast track, the core of the hurricane will continue to move well east and northeast of the Bahamas today and tonight, and will approach the North Carolina coast by late Thursday. Maximum sustained winds remain near 125 miles per hour, with higher gusts. Earl is a Category 3 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. However, preliminary data from an Air Force plane indicate that the hurricane is beginning to strengthen, and Earl could again become a Category 4 hurricane later today. Earl is a large hurricane. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 90 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 200 miles. Latest minimum central pressure reported by an Air Force reconnaissance plane was 941 millibars, 27.79 inches. A hurricane warning is in effect for Bogue Inlet, North Carolina eastward to the North Carolina and Virginia border, including the Pamlico and Albemarle Sounds. Issued at 4:39 p.m. At 5 p.m., 2100 UTC, the center of Hurricane Earl is located near latitude 32.5 north, longitude 75.2 west. Earl is moving toward the north near 18 miles an hour, but a turn toward the north-northeast with an increase in forward speed is expected on Friday. On the forecast track, the center of Earl will pass near the North Carolina Outer Banks tonight and approach southeastern New England Friday night. Maximum sustained winds have decreased to near 115 miles an hour, 185 kilometers an hour, with higher gusts. Earl is now a Category 3 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. 8 p.m. 0000 UTC. The center of Hurricane Earl was located by an Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter aircraft near latitude 33.0 north, longitude 74.7 west. Earl is moving toward the north near 18 miles an hour. A turn toward the north-northeast with an increase in forward speed is expected on Friday. On the forecast track, the center of Earl will pass near the North Carolina Outer Banks tonight and approach southeastern New England Friday night. Maximum sustained winds have decreased to near 110 miles an hour with higher gusts. Earl is now a Category 2 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. Additional weakening is expected tonight and Friday, but Earl is expected to remain large and strong hurricane as it passes near the Outer Banks. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 70 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 205 miles. The Diamond Shoals Buoy, located about 20 miles southeast of Cape Hatteras, recently reported a wind gust to 38 miles an hour. The latest minimum central pressure reported by a NOAA Hurricane Hunter aircraft was 948 millibars, 27.99 inches.
Maximum sustained winds have decreased to near 85 miles an hour with some higher gusts, which makes Earl a Category 1 on the Saffir-Simpson scale. Additional weakening is forecast, but it is still expected to remain a large hurricane as it approaches the southeast New England coast. Hurricane force winds extend outward 70 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 200 miles from the center. Latest minimum pressure reported by an Air Force reconnaissance aircraft, 961 millibars or 28.38 inches. A hurricane warning remains in effect for areas of Cape Cod and the islands from Woods Hole around Cape Cod to Sagamore Beach. This includes Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket Island. A tropical storm warning remains in effect from Watchell, Rhode Island to west of Woods Hole, including Block Island. The onset of tropical storm force winds will begin along the south coast late this afternoon. The period of strongest winds should occur this evening and into the pre-dawn hours, and then rapidly diminish Saturday morning. With the present track and timing, storm surge flooding is not a serious concern along the Massachusetts or Rhode Island coastlines. A storm surge of 2 to 4 feet may cause minor flooding along vulnerable portions of the Nantucket, Chatham, and Martha's Vineyard shoreline during the Friday evening high tide. Period late today into tonight, which would be enough to produce urban and poor drainage flooding, along with isolated small stream flooding. A flood watch has been expanded for southeast and coastal Massachusetts, including Cape Cod and the islands, as well as the state of Rhode Island. The axis of heaviest rain is very dependent on the track of Earl and could shift depending on the eventual track of the hurricane. Along Massachusetts and Rhode Island beaches, the worst risk of high surf and dangerous rip currents will be today as Hurricane Earl approaches from the south. The hurricane will exit into the Canadian Maritimes on Saturday. However, seas will remain turbulent Saturday after Earl passes with southeasterly swells of 10 to 15 feet across the waters east of the Cape and Nantucket. Again, hurricane warnings continue for portions of Cape Cod and the islands. Tropical storm warnings continue for the Massachusetts coast from Sagamore Beach to Hull, and for the Rhode Island coastline and southeast Massachusetts coastline from Watchell, Rhode Island to Woods Hole. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio for the latest weather information. Here is the official National Weather Service forecast for Narragansett Bay, issued at noon, Friday, September 3rd. Tropical storm warning in effect. Tropical storm warning in effect. This afternoon, tropical storm conditions expected. East winds 25 to 30 knots. Waves around 3 feet. Showers likely. Visibility 1 to 3 nautical miles. Tonight, tropical storm conditions expected. Northeast winds 30 to 40 knots, becoming northwest after midnight. Gusts up to 50 knots. Waves 3 to 4 feet. Showers.